Is it time for in-person collectors to rejoice? On today's episode of Baseball King Collectibles. Hi everybody, welcome back to the show, welcome back to the channel. All you newcomers, thank you so much for joining. So glad you could be with me. And different show today, a little different. We're not going to go into the autographs as we normally do, or cards. We're going to talk about a big story that's been happening in the autograph business lately, in the forgery business, I would say. A young man, 45-year-old man, got arrested for selling over $350 million worth of forgeries. Everything on the market. You name it, it's out there, and you don't know what you're buying. And that's a problem. See, as an in-person collector, I don't have an issue with that. I never even think about it. I don't have to worry about forgeries. I know everything I got in my collection. Thousands of items. Everything you see in person, I don't worry about it. But, for the people who have to worry about this thing, I'll read the story real quick. It's a 2-minute story. I'll put it up on the screen. You can read along with me. Sports memorabilia dealer admits to counterfeiting over $350 million in gear after police raid the warehouse. He says the scheme grew to be an addiction. This is from Sports Collectors Digest, one of my favorite magazines. I've been a member of that. I've had that subscription for many years, put it that way. Since the 80s, actually. Used to be like this thick, the magazine. Now it's like, I still enjoy it. All right, by Robbie Callan. All right, here we go. Police in Westfield, Indiana, connected 2 raids on warehouses this week as part of a counterfeit sports memorabilia investigation, alongside the FBI finding one person dead of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Yes, he killed himself. And this was basically a suicide note, basically. What I'm going to read is basically a suicide note, Police said there would be no more official information given about the ongoing investigation until it's completed. So we don't know nothing else till it's completed. It could take a while to complete this $350 million, theft. It's a hefty theft. A lot of years of jail would have been for that one. But suicide, I don't know. You got all that money, get a good lawyer. Spend a few years in jail, yeah, but kill yourself, take your life. I don't know if you have a wife or kids. I don't know what his family situation was. What goes on with the money now that he has? Who gets all that money now he's got in his bank accounts? It's going to be a messy situation, I'm sure. But the guy's name was Brett Lemieux, a sports collectible dealer who ran Mr. Man Cave. He was on eBay, Mr. Man Cave. If anybody purchased from him, go look at your stuff now. Do a double take. He wrote a lengthy post in Autographs 101 Facebook group, which I was a member of for a while. They wouldn't let me promote my YouTube page. Isn't that terrible, these guys? You can't post nothing about anything other than the specific things. That's how these groups are on Facebook. He admitted he sold more than 4 million items and brought in over $350 million. You believe it? $350 million, not 35 million. $350 million. That's more money for, who knows, that's more money than the NBA players are making, 10-year contracts, Much of it forgeries, all right? The post was revealed by Sports Collectors Digest. Tells how forging autographs and holographs became an addiction, and claimed he was responsible for a huge portion of the autograph merchandise on the sports collectible market. A huge portion? A huge portion? What do you mean a huge portion? So if you're buying something out there right now, you got a 50-50 shot? It's getting something legit? Wow. It was an addiction. Yeah, it is. I can understand it as an in-person autograph collector. It's an addiction. As a hobbyist, it's an addiction. Anything. It's addiction. Of course it is. And stealing money from people, I never did it, but I'm sure that's addicting too when it's so easy. He goes, how many items can I sell and give a front of a huge company? He had no huge company. He did it for years, but it made like he had a huge company. Come on. See, I don't fall for this stuff. When I see somebody has too much of one item, it's how you getting 20 Tom Brady's? How you getting 40 Kobe Bryant basketballs on your site and things like that? That's red flag number 1. He goes, he purchased millions of dollars of legit items, mixed it, name withheld, found the hologram connect, okay? And then I had the bank roll it to buy even more. I had the bank roll, I'm sorry, to do more. So he started out small. Grew and grew and grew. Every one item from a single signing turned into 10,000. See? That's how it happens. And it was certified 95% of a Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Judge on the market are sold by 95%. I'll read that again. 95% of Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Judge on the market is sold by him. 95%, guys. So don't even think about touching Mahomes or Judge for a long time till this stuff ever gets off the market. It's going to be there forever. How are you going to get rid of this stuff? The people who have it are going to resell it back into the market. That's what I would do. Isn't that what you would do? I'm not going to hold it. If I bought something I'm not sure about it, I'm going to resell it. I got, That's what people do, unfortunately. I wouldn't. I would tear it up and throw it away, and that's how you get rid of things one at a time and take the loss. But people aren't going to do that, so stuff's going to be out there. He goes, basically, every autograph sold in the last 25 years, you should have looked at me. You should have looked at, it's fake, and someone sold it to you rather than me. I wish I had the exact dollar number taken in from this, and I'll go to my grave never knowing I kept the secret from everyone. I mean, really, you kept the secret from everyone. But you got caught eventually, so secrets don't last forever, guys. Robbing doesn't last. Theft doesn't last. Don't do any of that. Hey, Lemieux claimed the warehouse prices rated had $500 to $700 million worth of fake merchandise. And that was in his warehouse. He didn't sell that yet. All right? What was this guy doing? Amazing, right? He claims he made undistinguishable counterfeit cards and holograms from companies like Fanatics, JSA, and Panini, and autographed some of the biggest athletes like Mahomes, Judge, Kobe, and Tom Brady. Of course, those are your big money makers. Absolutely. The building was seized, and I let it happen. He wrote on Facebook, the run is done. There's over $500 to $700 million in value of holograms and cards in there. Let that sink in. I'll read that. That's right. Let that sink in. Wow. Every company I've touched is now my bitch, he says. What? That was my goal. Once you came at me or spoke my name, I went after you and your company direct, intentionally. We won't know officially the findings of the federal investigation into the counterfeit scheme until it's completed, but if what Lemieux claims he did is true, it will throw the sports collectible world into chaos. Given his assertion, there are now millions of fake and counterfeits on the market that have gone by undetected. And you know, I feel so bad for the people who invested money and spent their hard-earned money. There's young kids who save up saving their Christmas money, whatever. It's just unfair. But this has been going on for years, guys. It's not the first time I've heard about this. Not the last time we'll hear about this. There'll be others in the future. I'm sure there's still other people out there doing it. That's why I've never bought an autograph online that I didn't know from a reputable place. Only from a reputable place. And as an in-person collector, 99% of my autographs are in-person by me. So, and here's the thing now. As an in-person collector, will my prices go up? I mean, if I want to sell my collection now, you come to my house, you see everything. I got too much stuff to be forging, too much of this. It'll be out of my mind to do that. And display all that. And I have photos with all the celebrities and this. I've been doing this for years. People know me. So, as a known celebrity and baseball and sports autograph collector, would you rather buy from me and pay a little bit more? Say it's a Aaron Judge autograph, it's $500. Give it, just put a price on it. And I got one. I'll say, look, I'll give it to you for $6, or you can buy it online for $5. You don't know what you're buying online. Would you buy mine for $6 and pay that premium to me? So is it in-person collector? Are our prices soaring? Could be, right? I mean, it should be, because you think about it. Who would you rather buy from? I mean, an in-person collector that you could trust. You go to their home, you see what's going on, or just buy something on eBay from some guy selling something and saying, yeah, I got this firsthand, whatever. Don't believe nobody on eBay. Like I say, if it's too good to be true, it's always too good to be true. And that's always the same. But let me show you a few autographs I got here. Let me reach over here. I got a few things I just wanted to show you, because this is real, and I want to show you what in-person, and it's just so satisfying. Getting the in-person autograph, it's just a great feeling. You go home, you show everybody, you're happy, you brag about it a little bit. Of course, it's just the way it is. But look, I got a hockey, basketball, baseball, and football represented, and I'll just show you quick. I've showed these on this channel before, but just to go show you what you can get for free. And the photos, these are my actual magazine covers. When I was a kid, here's another one, Gordie Howe. I collected the covers. I just didn't collect them. I just ripped them off, threw the magazine out, because the magazines are still worth nothing. So thankfully, I kept covers, and they come in handy. Let me tell you. Gordie Howe. We got a nice Barry Bonds, in person, always in person. I don't pay for nothing. I mean, I have, but not these kind of, not this kind, not accessible guys where I know I can still get it. Yeah, it may take me a couple of years to get somebody like this one here, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I didn't get him overnight. I mean, I probably got out of nowhere. I'm collecting for 15 years. All of a sudden, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's in town doing a free signing. Okay, I'll go. Again, My Sports Illustrated covers. My Sports Illustrated cover, Abdul-Jabbar, beautiful with the silver. And again, my cover from original covers. This might have been my brother's. He also was a magazine buyer. We all were back then. There was nothing else to get your information from. And football, we represented Joe Namath, Joe Willie. I mean, these are greats of the greats, guys. These aren't just anybody's, So, like I said, you could do this too. You can go in person, Do it. I'm telling you, it's so much. It's satisfying. You could just get all this stuff. It's just a handful. I mean, I don't even have a touch of my 1%, not even of my collection. Did it for years. See, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a hobby. In-person collecting is a hobby, also. So, if you do it right, you can be very successful, like I was. And it wasn't, like I said, it's not hard to do. If you got ballparks by you, if you have anything like that, any venue, basketball arenas, anything like that, hotels where the players stay, it's so easy, guys. Do it. And we'll see you on the next episode of Baseball King Collectibles.